to enjoy a...
You're listening to America's Web Radio on the AmericasBroadcastNetwork.com. Thank you for listening.
Hey folks, this is Victor Armendariz with the On Point.
Good morning, this is DeRu. I'm with Dave and Brett over here, and I want to see today, especially after the election and the peak day and still going, and with all the chaos, all the fights, all kind of activities, and one thing, everybody need to calm down to see where we go, and I do see from inside, and probably it's better than from the outside. See what do we have in our wisdom, what do we have in our energy, how can we open up, how can we heighten up, how can we reach out, how can we have that passion, that compassion, that love to everyone, instead of fight, instead of conflicts, instead of chaos, instead of all kinds of noises, and that is not good for anybody, not good for anybody's health, not good for anybody's intelligence, and but the most important over here is to let us silent for a few minutes and to see what we have in our inner universe, and what do we have in terms of compassion, in terms of energy, in terms of love, that universal love, that connection to us all, and how can we penetrate and permeate that great healthy energy, the loving energy, the compassionate energy, and to reach the universe, to connect with each other, and to re-examine ourselves, to observe ourselves. And yes, I came from China, but I live most of my life in the United States, and I consider myself as Alabamian, and of course partially Georgia, and I stayed in Houston, and from Texas a while, and California for a while. So I'm more from the United States than anywhere. However, I love this country, and I want to see, but I love the people from all over the world. I consider myself as a citizen of the universe, and and we all kind of citizen of the universe. If we really, really sit down, if we really, really calm down, if we really, really take a deep breath, and then to unveil that innate wisdom and intelligence. Let's take a deeper breath. Let's take a 3 heavy outburst breathing out. Now take a deeper breath in. Slow breathe out. Let's do 3 outbursts. Breathe out again. Now deeply breathe in. Let's do 2 times breathe in. Gradually breathe out. After that instigation and motivation, stimuli to the immune system, let's do some calm, deep breath to recharge our energy, recharge our bio battery. At the base of our temple, that is dantian, below the navel. Breathe deeply. observe yourself, the deep emotions, the deep mindset, the deep feeling. Just observe without concerns, without worries, without controls. Just let the energy naturally flow. Let your vital energy penetrate and permeate through your cervical cord to your hypothalamus, pituitary glands, and your pineal gland. Penetrate up into your bai hui, on top of the head. Connect yourself with the cosmic universe. Connect yourself resonant with the Supreme. Breathe deeply. Breathe in. think we get together. It's very important, especially at this crucial time with the pandemic, with this political chaos, with the different noises. And I think it's the most important time to heighten ourselves, to open the heart, to open the mind, to connect with the Supreme and the conscious matrix of the cosmos. And then when that is open, when your heart is open, when your energy channels is communicating, is in resonance, and your energy is in constant flow. When your energy is in constant flow, and then everything else is secondary. You will have tremendous energy flow. Your health is going to be so strong. You'll not have fear, but have that coherent vibration. That coherent vibration will heal anything that comes in. Martial arts, I've been doing this since 60s. It's a long time. I taught at the end of the 60s. And so since my beginning of teaching, it has been a long time. The most important things about martial arts, other than karate, taekwondo, or top boxing, and jiu-jitsu, or judo, aikido, they all have one of the most important essence of it, is that Zen, consciousness. And in Japan, they say the warrior within, the honor within, and the flow within. And it's all about that flow, the flow with the universe. Just like a Christian, we say we connect with God. When you connect with God, that energy is tremendous. That wisdom is tremendous. It's no longer that separate being. Just like what I said before, that a drop of water, and you think you can, climb to the shore by yourself as a drop of water. You're no longer part of the ocean. When you leave the part of the ocean, and you become that independent, and you look for trouble yourself. Unless you connect with the Supreme, connect with that flow, connect with that conscious matrix of the cosmos, and then you are just like the tree leaves. You left the root, and you're going to be crumble. And so what I say is the flow is important. Flow with the origin, flow with the nature, and that's all important of the mighty of yourself. What I say mighty of yourself, because you are created by the universe. You are part of that universe. You are part of the Supreme. So when you connect and you open your heart, you open your mind, you open your consciousness, you open the channel leading to your light. You open your light leading to the discovery of your innate intelligence, your innate wisdom. When you open that wisdom, that energy, you will constant flow. The vital energy is constant flow. Any invasions, any chaos, any adversary energies become nothing. Why? Because your body is so strong. I remember one of the armies, and I think Napoleon Hill, one of the friends with Carnegie, and Thomas Edison. His friend with Thomas Edison, friends with Carnegie, and friends with Ford. And he wrote the book, and he used in that book he used one of the Chinese leaders' army as his story to explain how that energy can be so tremendous and so pinpoint, focus, pinpoint, and into something you really need that tremendous energy from the universe. And when you pinpoint something, if that pinpoint a direction is conscious, the direction is right, the direction is with the cosmos, the direction is for the people, and generated by the Supreme and connected with all people, and then you're on the right path. It doesn't matter how powerful your opponent is. He had I mentioned this before actually, 5,000 army, 5,000 army, only 5,000. But he called his 5,000 army 铁骑军. That means the steel horse, super warriors. So the super warriors on the steel horse. The horse made out of steel, and then the superheroes on top of the horse. He gave that image. And from the heaven. Okay? And he just gave that a propaganda. And the opponent is a 500,000 army. So you have 5,000 against 500,000. People thought you were crazy, Your country people definitely thought you were crazy, because it's a different country at that time, small countries, and but he believed that he was in the right direction. He wanted to help people, and his family devoted their lives and for this nation of this. So in the middle of the night, they traveled across the river, and he trained them every day. Take actions, train them. Take responsibility, train them. Get them accountable, train them for a long time. Every day they have that affirmation. So that means all that action is towards that one goal, one energy, one consciousness, with the right action, right emotion, right energy in reality, in that towards that actualization. So, and when they so into that, when they all together, they crossed the river, and he told them, we're going to break all the boats. The old days, you break the boats, that means you're done. It's called Jiangdong, it's called East River. When they crossed the East River, and then they broke all the boats, burned all the boats, cut all the boats, and then they have no return, charge forward. Not because they're brave, not because they did chaos, not because they really just want to take chances, but they are prepared. They regard themselves as invincible. They regard themselves as super powerful. They regard themselves as the son of the Supreme. They regard themselves as the angel from the sky. So they really believe that. That's why the unwavering belief is so important. Because it doesn't matter what kind of chaos people have, what kind of chaos the society have. You've got to break that. Sometimes you have small hurdles, small sufferings, small, and stumbles. But you see that as part of the test. You see that as part of the challenges. Even though there are multiple vicissitudes, multiple blocks, multiple sufferings, multiple challenges, but that's each one. It's not a problem. It's not just a blocks or sufferings. Rather, each one you see them, you see each one as a test. Each test you pass, you get yourself stronger. Each test pass, you get yourself stronger. And eventually, you're going to be so powerful. That's all it is. It doesn't matter what kind of disease. Last time I talked about a couple of students who had cancer and who overcome the cancer. That's what it is. Cancer is what? Cancer is just one of the blocks, one of the challenges. You see the cancer, it is cancer. From the physical being, yes, it looks like a cancer. And because they cannot recognize, they put the label as cancer, but they're not a cancer. It's just a bunch of energy that is not a incoherence. It's a disorder. The immune system make your immune system disorder. Your immune system cannot swallow, cannot get rid of. That's how it is. So when your immune system is stronger, when your energy is in flow, when your intelligence is unveiled, you're going to find the right frequency. You're going to find the right harmony. You're going to find the right energy channel. You're going to overcome any invasions. Just like what I said the last time about this lady from Richmond, Virginia, she's like, at most 40 years old. And then you had the cancer. And then you could not even walk anymore. That's how bad it is. It was, anyhow. And because everybody believed it was cancer, everybody see the appearance it was cancer. Everybody believed that cancer can swallow, gobble you. Even though Dr. Wu, who was from the Harvard University, and he was the one who really worked with her, but he ran out of that energy because everybody's so into that disease state. And then that's why he called me, and with the Dr. Su from Washington, D.C., they wanted me to see if I can come without paying me a lot of, a leg and arm. I said, no problem, whatever you can do, help people, I would love to. And speak, I love to, This is a promotion of that integrative medicine, promotion that natural remedies, to promote that holistic medicine, mind-body medicine, and I love to. That's, that's 1996, And so I did. So this lady, they believed she could not walk. She should have died, but she lived. They thought it was a miracle. She already lived over a year. She's not supposed to live over a year because the doctor told her. Because Dr. Wu helped her with different remedies, herbs, and this is different, acupuncture, with and different therapies, qigong. So, that morning after I gave a speech the previous night, there are a lot of people. I never saw that many people from different walks of life come to that clinic. It's about 4,000 square feet, probably even less. Packed with people. I just want to listen to what I can say about cancer, about the immune system, about the qigong, about the tai chi, about the energy healing, about the herbs, about the nutrition. And people are really interested. That people really want to open, want to find their own energy, want to find that inner intelligence, want to find natural healing, want to find something beyond the drugs, beyond the chemicals, beyond the surgeries, beyond the radiation. Next day I saw this lady. Her husband gave me all kinds of problems they had. She gave me all kinds of problems they had. And I told them, I don't want to hear it. It's true, I don't want to hear it because that's not what I do. What I want to do is what you can do if you can get up. If I want to treat you, and are you willing to? I don't want to hear any problems. No, I don't. Because that's not my department. My department is energy. My department is how you can open. My department is how you can unveil energy. My department, if you believe you can survive. If you have the lust to live, you have the desire to live, you have that 1% willingness to live. Otherwise, you die. I don't care. A lot of people die. What I care, what I can do. I cannot do anything because you want to die. What I can do, nothing. That's how I told her. I told her husband. I said, we want to live, and we, I have children, I'm so young, and my husband, I said, okay, let's do something, And of course, the doctor told them, who I was, and because they were fascinated, want to really, really take that last chance and to work with me. I begin to scan to see, her energy in terms of the body energy. And it was chaos, definitely chaos. A lot of cold spot, a lot of disconnection. And then I begin to breathe with her, begin to connect with her, begin to see if we can harmonize the energy, if we can see if we can channel the energy, to see if we can, really can instigate her to some degree. Fortunately, she does have that in the willingness. She really opened up, and then I let her breathe longer, shorter, and we begin to do the process. So a little bit over 30 minutes. And then I told her, would you please get up? She said, what? I said, please get up. And she wanted to call her husband. She said, no, I don't want him to come here. You get up. So she tried so hard to get out of the bed. I said, no, you can get up. You have enough energy right now. You can get up. So she got up from the sleeping position to sitting position. So I said, get out of the bed. Get out of that medical bed and then stand. I said, what? I said, yes, I said you stand. No problem. You can. No problem. Just stand. She was shocked. Her husband, give her some of the weird eyes. I said, well, you get out of there. I don't want you. I just wanted her to stand up. And because either you want to stand up or you don't want to stand up. It's up to you. You want to stand up, stand up. Because you can. She stood up. I said, walk. So what? I said, yes, walk. Just walk. She was on wheelchair over a year. It never got up. Because you are in that direction. You are in that sick mood. You are sick in a sick rabbit hole. Get up. Let's walk. You can walk. Let's walk. I'm not going to support you. You can support yourself. No problem. Walk. Okay, she's kind of partially forced, partially believe what I said it was true because I said, yeah, you can walk. All right, she can walk. Try to walk. I said, you see, you can walk. If you can walk one step, you can walk 2 steps. And she walked, and she walked in the room. I said, go outside. And then she walked out of the room, and everybody shocked. I said, go outside the clinic. And the clinic is not that big, you have, it's a compound. And then this office is, towards the outside of the McCarthy Boulevard, And so she walked into the outside door. And she was just fascinated. She was so happy. And her husband just couldn't believe it. This is incident. Actually, this is one of the evidence. Not a chemical, not a physical, not molecular, biological, but human, bio, electromagnetic energy frequency. See, the energy frequency flow is coherent. It's quantum. I call quantum leap. That's why I have a program is called Leap of Quantum Consciousness. I think it's partially from that treatment. People don't have to treat, for months, years. For her, it's that moment. It's that moment. Because when that moment changes, that energy channel changes, that wisdom is unveiled, that energy is in flow. All the incoherent energy frequency is totally deleted, eliminated, and then energy become coherent. Your bodily energy, that immune system immediately have a huge boost. Your energy is totally in flow. Tremendous energy. Your body is totally in great hype. That's why one of my fighters from New Orleans, he fought UFC. He could not beat that guy. Never ever. When I told him, when your energy is in flow, when you're in the state of that deep consciousness, anything's possible. Because when your energy is up, everything else is a secondary. Same situation. There's so many evidence I have seen in my life. Those are just good examples. And she walked to the car. Eventually, when she left that clinic, walked to the car. And the wheelchair, her husband put the wheelchair in a car. That's just one of the examples. It's not me. It has nothing to do with me. I just accompanied her. The only thing I did was give her the right direction, to let her know she has that ability to enlighten herself. She has the ability to give herself the light, to lead up herself, to unveil that innate intelligence, to unleash the innate energy power, and to get her energy incoherent with the universe, consciousness. Let her energy inflow. Just like Bruce Lee said, be like water in flow. Be like water. Anything you can adapt. Anything you can crush. Any cancer you can crush. Or any disease you can crush. That's what it is. We have done a lot of water research worldwide. You see the molecules, it's cancerous molecule in that water. Okay? Cancerous molecules. And it's total chaotic. And then the diseased water molecules is totally chaotic. If a good molecule, you put a sign of hate, put a sign of illness, and it immediately become chaotic. That's energy frequency. That's just where it is. However, if you do, even the water is chaotic. If you do a deeper meditation, if you send a good message, and the water become changed into coherent. It becomes better, much clearer, much symmetrical structure. That's tested, for the last decades. Started with a Japanese scientist, and he's the one first that did that. And then they repeated in Japan, repeated in Germany, in other part of the Europe, and you repeated in the United States of the water. And because our body mostly made of water, So if you can change the molecules in the energy frequency, you can change anything. That's why I am a strong promoter of self-healing. I'm a strong promoter of non-drug treatment and natural remedies, because we have that innate power. We have the natural remedies everywhere. Yes, the drugs can temporarily take care of some of the symptoms. If we focus on symptoms, sort of like you have a fire system in the forest. If anywhere there's a smoke, anywhere there's a small fire, the whole alarm system is going to be screaming. That's what the symptom is about. It's just screaming because you have something wrong with you in the forest. So, and then you're a fighter, okay? You say, well, I need to disable this fire alarm. So you disable the alarm and you left because you got to get rid of the symptoms. That's what it is. The alarm is the system. The alarm, you have pain. If you get over the pain, and then your body take over, begin to drain. Your body begin to learn how to get over the problem. Just like one of my friends from China. He's 98 years old. This is not my friend from Mississippi. And there's another friend who's a gentleman. And he said, Master, I never took drugs all my life. I don't believe drugs. I'm 98 years old. I believe myself. I believe in nature. I believe I can always heal myself. He's not rich. He's just not ordinary guy, He does exercise every day. He does breathing every day. He does Tai Chi every day. That's how it does. And it's the same situation. Every day he will get up and do his same routine. Every day he opens his heart. Every day he loves people, he goes around. And to do great things. Sometimes he does painting. Sometimes he does flowers. And his mind is pure. He has tremendous energy. And of course, sometimes he calls himself like a 28. And instead of 98. So, the same situation, I see so many people. Now, I'm not the only one. A lot of people like me. Yeah, we have problems. We have troubles. We have discomfort. We have something you call suffering. But I do not call suffering. I call test. And I triumph over the test. Get over the hurdle. And I become stronger. I enabled myself each time become stronger and stronger and stronger, more resilient. To crush anything that is adversary, crush anything that is invade my coherent energy. What is coherent energy? A coherent energy, when you have the coherent energy and you have a lot of energy become superimposed. In quantum physics, we call superposition. When the energy superimpose with each other, and then they become stronger and super. You put your consciousness over there, you realize anything you want. Not to mention health, of course. That's what it is. That's tested by quantum physics for the last 100 years. Start from Max Planck to Neil Bohr to DeRu, David Bohm, all these people and association with Albert Einstein. So you can see from even though the science world, we only know so little, almost nothing, maybe 4 or 5%. But at least the quantum physics, quantum biology, quantum chemistry give some evidence of this ancient theory, the ancient wisdom. That ancient wisdom, the direction of the thinking, the direction of the consciousness, it's right. It's the right direction because it's incoherent with the future world. The future world is quantum world. It's starting here right now. The quantum conscious world, I call it. So that's why I come here to do this meditation. Actually, I'm doing this in New York tomorrow. I'm going to New York today. I'm going to do a webinar in New York tomorrow. This is 90 acres of land. They wanted me to build a center over there. We have another one in Boston. And then we have actually 3 of them in Boston, but one of them is 600 acres. One day, I can invite you. It's a resort. It's owned by one of my friends. 600 acres also, and she bought it from a rich guy from America, and she's a Chinese lady. She's also a rich lady. It's no way, she will buy the resort, with the gas. She has money. There's no doubt about it. But fortunately, she's in good health, and she want to. Because she had problems, the money doesn't stop her problems. She began to see she want to use them that goodwill and good consciousness and to improve not only herself, not only her group, but improve humanity. And it's in that conscious mind. And then New York is. I'm going to do a webinar over there, and then to see the land, to give you a live stream of the land, to see what we can do, in the future, and in terms of consciousness, in terms of future business, in terms of building a center of health, and with a natural healing, with eco and vegetarians, and with eco natural production, and we build we have a lot. We have a couple of friends who have different land they have, and one of the American friends from California has a 300 acres land in Los Angeles. He also want to do some. They already have a small center. They're very, very small, but they want to maybe in the future can do something over there. I said, okay, no problem. And we do one thing at a time. And so this Saturday, it's 7 o'clock. I'm doing webinar. If you go to DeRu Academy, and DeRuacademy.com, DeRuacademy.com, you can click. It's free. Just kind of get people understand what I'm doing in terms of internet teaching, in terms of webinars, in terms of radios like this, in terms of future business beyond the robotics, in terms of healing, in terms of natural remedies we develop and coexist with the hospitals. However, even though I'm not a very much into chemicals, into equipment, but I don't say, they don't have some good things. But for the trauma, hospital is definitely important, absolutely important. And the doctors, they are really caring people. However, if we are hijacked into the chemicals, hijacked into the chemical productions, if we hijacked into the drug system, and we hijacked into the opioids, and we destroy ourselves. It's not good for anybody. That's including the head of the company, because they do bad things for people. It's not good for them either. They make the money. It's not clean money. Why? Because they destroy people. Just like one of my friends told me. I treated cancer for 30 years. That's what he said. I don't want to name what his name is. Has 3 daughters. I feed my daughter with chemicals. I treat people. I feel guilty of it because I know it's not none of them really completely healed. All of them came back. Because you only get the immediate fire, but the inside the fire is there. You get rid of the alarming system, you get rid of the surface fire, but the inside the fire is still there, but you didn't do anything. But it's still burning because the root is there. But what do? We're hijacked by this medical system. We cannot get out because everybody's fed on it. That's precisely what he said. It's a system we want to get out, we can't, because my family fed on it. But the medical school I went is the same situation. Today is the same situation. Until the whole system rechange, we cannot get out of it. It's a loop. Just like as he said about the vaccine, Vaccine can be good, can also, but most people do not know what is in the vaccine. What is in the vaccine? If you get a research, have a good research to see. Some people probably absolutely need it, for the immediate, but a lot of people, really, the best is to boost the immune system. The best of the best is to boost your immune system. Just like one of our friends, and who said 2 days ago, the more pandemic, more disease status, more chaos, more tragedy I feel myself, the more I need to get my health better, stronger, elevate myself. And it's an opportunity for me to remind myself not to sliding down, but to get up. Not to get into the rabbit hole, but hide myself. Not to go with the chaos, not to go with the general information without conformity to destroy myself, rather to purify myself and to strengthen myself, to expand my consciousness and to build my circle so that and we can all support each other and heighten each other, help each other, and strengthen each other, and coordinate each other, synergize with each other, and we all can live a better, more conscious life. Yes, every day we need to reprogram ourselves, and because we are so heavily conditioned, that's including me, myself, and everybody is so conditioned. How can we every day really reconfirm ourselves, re-see our direction, re-observe ourselves, re-expand the energy, re-open ourselves? Every day tap into the innermost consciousness and let the energy door unlock the gate of the energy flow, and we see a totally different realm. We travel on a totally different realm. We see it's not a chemical pathways, it's not a medical pathways, but a healthy pathways. Instead of diseased conscious direction, rather healthy conscious path. That's where you put your energy. That's when you put your attention. That's when you recharge yourself every single day, because you get amplified. Every day you strengthened. Every day you enlarge. Every day you heightened. Instead of dissipate yourself, go to the other rabbit hole and dissipate the energy, weaken yourself, destroy yourself with all kinds of conflicts. And you have no signals, with no voice to do anything, because it's so chaotic. Everybody's so chaotic. Any energy is lost in the cloud, in the crowd, so to speak. So that's what I see. Let's get up. Let's do some deep breath. Breathe deeply in. Now slowly breathe out. Okay, let's take a deep breath. Breathe in. Now take a deep breath. Breathe in. Slowly breathe out. Thank you.
You're listening to America's Web Radio on the AmericasBroadcastNetwork.com. Thank you for listening.
McAllister